Now, the following problem wants us to simplify the expression, and we have x to the 10th times x to the negative 5th over x to the 8th. Now, there's a couple rules that we need to be aware of in order to do this problem. In the numerator, in order to multiply x to the 10th times x to the negative 5th together, we need to be aware of the product rule. And the product rule comes in when we are multiplying like bases, like we have here, an x times an x. And the product rule says that we're going to keep that like base and we're going to add exponents. So looking at our numerator only here, x to the 10th times x to the negative 5th, we're going to keep x, and adding our exponents, 10 plus negative 5 gives us a 5. And I'm going to move over the denominator. Now we have x to the 5th over x to the 8th. So this is a division here. And if we are dividing, that's going to pertain to the quotient rule. And the quotient rule says that when we are dividing with like bases, we're going to keep that like base and we're going to subtract exponents. The numerator minus the denominator. So that means 5 minus 8 is a negative 3. Now we're left with x to the negative 3rd power, and if we have a negative exponent in the problem, we are not done simplifying. So then we need to take a look at the negative exponent rule. And the negative exponent rule says this. It says if we have a base raised to a negative power, that's going to equal to 1 over that same base, or to a positive power. So what that's going to look like here, we have x to the negative 3rd. So that's now going to become 1 over x, but to a positive 3rd. A negative exponent flips sides of the fraction. If it's in the numerator, it goes down to the denominator. If this happened to be in the denominator, then it would move up to the numerator. But it flips sides of the fraction and it changes sign. It becomes positive. So we're left with 1 over x to the 3rd as our final answer.